Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Don't you have the guts to do what you think is right?
I know what you're thinking.
I am the third revelation.
We rob banks.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Need my sister and my daughter.
You are a toy!
Run, Forrest, run!
He's looking at you, kid.
Hello and welcome to the Film Corner. I'm Zach Solberg, a CTV undergrad here at Regent University.
And I'm Ermont, also a CTV undergrad here at Regent.
The Film Corner is a new segment where me and my co-critic Ermont review and analyze a new film out in theaters. This week we're reviewing Disney's latest film, John Carter.
Where am I?
My body is a cage that keeps me from dancing with the one I love.
Our world is dying. Fate has brought you here, John Carter.
My mind holds the key.
You may be the only one who can save us.
The film John Carter is a big-budget science fiction action adventure based on the novel by Edgar Rice Burroughs. The film follows a former military captain, John Carter, played by Taylor Kitsch. Carter is mysteriously transported to Mars, where he becomes a part of a war conflict. Carter befriends one of the leaders of Mars, voiced by Willem Dafoe, and works together with the princess, played by Lynn Collins. Throughout his adventure, Carter slowly realizes the purpose of it being there and uses the power given to him to help save the people of Mars. So Zach, what did you think of the film?
Well, Ermont, I guess the film didn't quite cut it for me. The phrase "close but no cigar" is what was coming to mind at the end of the film.
Right.
There's just a great adventure story, but amidst that, I felt the performances weren't very good. And I know you're supposed to leave your critic badge at the door
Yes.
for big blockbusters like this, but it actually stuck out to me that much. And I was wondering if the actors not being able to give to their fullest potential was not just the bad dialogue, but this director, Andrew Stanton, who worked with Disney Pixar before to make WALL-E, which is a great film but has very little dialogue. And I'm wondering if that was maybe the reason why the actors, he wasn't used to directing actual actors and not just animation. But overall, I mean, the film is, there's a lot of adventure in it and it's very fun, but I felt the cliched overpowered
Yes, I totally agree.
the clever moments, the well-shot, well-edited moments, which there are some in the film, no doubt.
My biggest concern with the film is that I think it had an identity crisis. It didn't know when to jump from one emotion to the next. You know, they had a moment with a princess where it's kind of like, oh, it's hokey, fun, and kind of humorous, but
Right.
2 seconds later, she has a serious moment with her father, which totally was not balanced at all.
Yeah.
So I had a problem with the tone of the movie overall.
Well, Ermont, I think there's something definitely to appreciate about this film, and putting kind of like the flaws I had aside, nevertheless, it is one nonstop adventure. And it's really rare, just the feel of the grandeur and the spectacle that this film had. Not necessarily the amount of money that was spent on it, but just this constant, cowboys, distant planets, all this adventure that's going on. And there's something to really appreciate there, you know what I mean?
I'm going to agree with you because I feel like it's one of those movies where you're going to appreciate more than you actually like. Despite the obvious...
You're going to have a lot of fun.
Despite the obvious narrative flaws, there's a bunch of things to like about it. You got nice CGI, good action sequences. So I think it's a pretty solid film.
Right. And just one quick thing. If I had $1 every time Mark Strong was the villain in a movie, it's particularly in the last 5 years, he's always popping up in there.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's a strong actor, but
Pretty
he's
strong
just
actor.
very, very repetitive. Overall, what would you say that would you give this film?
I would give it a fairly lenient B-.
All right, that's good. I'm close to you there. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm giving it a C+.
Okay.
Didn't quite cut it for me. I said that before, but that's all I'm
Definitely
feeling.
rented at least.
Right on. Yes, definitely a rent. So all right, a B-, C+. And that about wraps up at the Film Corner. I'm Zach Solberg.
I'm Irma Murati.
And next time, we'll see you at the movies.